keyboard. Board games is what I'm talking about. Board games at my Kickstarter, I'm not gonna shout. I am starting off this morning with a little bit of singing, and today I'm still running my Kickstarter. It is going much, much better than I would have expected, than I would have predicted. A game about wee whimsical creatures and try to identify them after someone makes noises is what I'm talking about. And a game about drawing creatures, then complimenting other people's drawings. I still need to learn the name of that game properly. A game about drawing creatures, complimenting the drawings and complimenting the compliments. I'm not gonna shout. So yes, hello and good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. I am Bez and I am streaming daily at 10 a.m. just now. And yes, I am well. I have a wee bit of a headache. I feel like I'm slightly short on sleep, but I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm feeling really good about how the Kickstarter's been going. And so, yes, hello Yoda. Lovely to see you. Thank you for popping in. Unfortunately, I do not have the best camera setup, but I am definitely playing the piano. You will have to trust me. It's not pre-recorded music, but I hope you are generally well. Let's see. Let me get my Kickstarter page off to the side, and then I can just share this for anyone who is unaware that I have a Kickstarter going. I mean, if you're unaware, then I don't know how you found this, but 478 backers. That is pretty gosh darn phenomenal. I mean, it's almost 500. Wow. Honestly, it feels like some people have just started to, like, I have a wee bit of a fan base, I don't know. But yeah, it feels blimmin' awesome. It feels like people are saying, yes, this game, absolutely, we will get it for this amount. Okay, so it has finally started slowing down. And hello, Timmy. It is lovely to see you. I hope that you are generally well. Actually, you know what? I am going to pop in the Kickstarter link. There we go. That is my one bit of self-promotion. But I hope that you are well. How are you generally doing? So I thought that I would talk about the Kickstarter. I'd talk about my second game that I'm going to make as part of the Kickstarter. And yeah, talk about how we are. Talk about all sorts of things. Talk about anything else that might come up. Okay, so yep, it is Busy Beats and a briefer bladder, so I am going to finish at 10:30 UK time. Let's start off talking about recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights. Recent highlights, playing games and other delights. So what have you been up to? Let me know, what have you been up to recently? What has been something that you've enjoyed? I launched a Kickstarter with Dina yesterday, and almost immediately we got so many people chiming in and so many people on Twitter saying, hey, go and support Bez, it's only £5 for a physical version or £1 for a digital version. And that was incredibly validating. I mean, yeah, 478, and it's like, wow, I'm just like in such a rush, and Someone reached out to me yesterday well, 5 people reached out to me to say, hey, can we get it in our country? I would really like it. One person reached out to me to say, hey, I live in Poland, I might be able to ship it out for you. I might be able to print it here. And that's something that I'm talking with them over email. And maybe we will even be able to chat later today. But I'm really hoping, basically the prices that they're talking about just boggle my mind, but the world is a really, really weird place where shipping longer distances is sometimes just as cheap. And Dutch Yoda, I am glad you're doing well. Keep it up. Keep up your enjoyment. Recent highlights. Last Friday, Yoda went to Amsterdam and visited an exhibit about slavery. I learned a lot. Yeah, that sounds pretty grim, but it's important to sometimes face the truth of how our past is. And also think about our present, like how the economics is messed up. Because apparently it costs from Poland £3.80 to send something anywhere. And that just boggles my mind. Okay, I get that things are subsidized because otherwise impoverished countries wouldn't be able to communicate with the rest of the world using snail mail. But then we get to things like China sending out tiny packages because it's cheap for them, directly all over the world because it's subsidized. And to actually shake things up requires a concerted effort. And I do think about the environmental impact. And I do wonder, would it be better for everyone to just print and play? But I don't feel like I should be the one to take a stand. But then again, if no one takes a stand, then everything just continues getting messed up. So yeah, I hope that people watching, you know my views, I care about the world. I feel like the environment is incredibly important. And I would love people to vote with the greenest party that they are able to do so, even if that party isn't necessarily going to get into power, because then it encourages more people and more people to vote, and activism is super important. But anyway, that's just some random thoughts. But yeah, recent highlights. Also, with so many backers at this point, firstly, I let people vote on what they would like. There is going to be a sticker. There's going to be a sticker of a chicken head-legged person. It's going to be semi-transparent, which will look really nice. And there's going to be a cooperative mode. Now, a few people were really excited to play my game that I'm going to call it my new game. A game about drawing creatures, complementing the drawings, then complementing the complements. So let me put that into a banner and let's talk about that very briefly. Actually, I'll just put it there. Okay, so I'm going to talk for a minute about how this game is going to work. So you've got 48 cards, and the 48 cards tell you attributes that you have to draw on your creature. And you have to draw something that contains all of these things. So if the card says ridiculously long fingers, then you have to have a ridiculously long finger. If the card says many eyebrows, you have to have many eyebrows. If a card says a toothy smile, you know where this is going. It might say things like spotty or a few wrinkles or whatever, and then you interpret these things however you want. You put the body parts wherever you want, and that's the end of the first phase. Now this is a game of 4 phases. The second phase is where you take a turn once everyone's had like maybe 10 minutes, so the first phase is the longest. So once everyone's drawn their creatures, everyone now goes around and compliments everybody else's. So if there's 5 people, then I would have to compliment 4 other people's drawings. And other people would have to compliment mine, and that feels really nice. Phase 3 is when everybody just votes for who gave the best compliments. And you do it like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, vote at a person. And yeah, then you decide who is the winner. Basically, the person who gave the best compliments is the winner. It doesn't matter how good anybody's drawings are. I mean, yeah, you want to draw better drawings so you get more compliments, you feel good about yourself. But it's about the competitive part of the game. It's competitive complimenting. You're complimenting and trying to give the best compliments. But then finally, the winner, and this is the important 4th section, the winner gets complimented by everyone else. And everyone else just compliments how well they gave compliments. So at this point, it might be, I liked how specific you were when you were complimenting my drawing. Or someone else might say, I liked how generous you were with what you said. Someone else might say, I enjoyed, yeah. It's a really hard thing to compliment compliments. Someone might say, oh, this felt like it was really genuine. You might say, oh, you complimented things that I wouldn't have realized and you made me aware of them myself. It does actually, that final bit, now I'm saying it out loud, it does require a wee bit of creativity. But I hope that people who are already interested in a game about wee whimsical creatures and trying to identify them after someone makes noises will be up to the challenge. So yeah, that is that game, and that's something that I'm going to work on. Oh yeah, I should probably say, yesterday I played a competitive version of a game about wee whimsical creatures and trying to identify them with Fabrizio, and Flo was in the chat, and so it was basically just a 3-player game. And I think 3 players could work as long as you remove some number of cards. I think it's either 1 or 2, I'm not sure, but it definitely could work. There's also a cooperative mode. I tried playtesting that in the evening, but the internet was really bad and that just made me exhausted. But I think I learned a lot. I learned that having the discussion, even though the discussion as an additional part of the game is fine, but I think you really need the voting just be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 vote, and then that's it. And it's really a cooperative mode for 2 or 3 players, maybe even just for 2. But I have arranged a playtest tonight. I've arranged a playtest with 2 other people who are willing to play it, so I'm really excited about that. And I'll see how it works 3-player. So yeah, those are my recent highlights, and I just feel an achievement because the validation and like hundreds of people are backing, that's just incredible. It's mind-blowing, and I appreciate everyone. So, next section. Oh, wait. Sorry, I've gotten this wrong. Questionably quick questions are welcome in the next section. You can always ask your questionably quick questions. Let me key change. Questionably quick questions are in the next section. You can always give me your questionably quick questions. So yeah, I find it definitely easier to just talk through my responses than having to type things out. So if you have any questionably quick questions, then feel free to go ahead. You can ask anything silly, you can ask anything about my Kickstarter, you can ask anything about how I'm feeling, you can ask anything about game design. And while you might be thinking of your questionably quick questions, I'm going to talk about a brilliant thing. Here's a little thing which is brilliant. Brilliant thing. Here's a little thing which is brilliant. Okay, today I'm going to talk about. Yesterday I talked about Kickstarter launches. I'm going to talk about sharing moments with other people. Now, of course, you can share moments over the phone, you can share moments over a stream, like I see a message from someone. Oh, it's just the robot telling me to jiggle and wriggle and... Okay. And I'll be done in a minute anyway. But you can share moments via this medium, via phone, via whatever. You can share moments when you're face to face. But what I'm going to talk about for just a moment is when you enjoy something and then you take a photo of it and then you send that photo maybe on the internet, maybe to other people in your life, maybe you put, yeah, I guess that would be using the internet, but maybe privately. However you do it, you say, hey, this is something that we did together, and having those photos that remind you of the happy times. And maybe like I saw Layla on Monday. Yeah, and it was stressful on Monday for sure, like getting all the Kickstarter stuff done, but I made sure to take 2 hours to hang out with Layla, and we played, and what did we play? We played Ice Dice, one of the pyramid games. Anyway, so I took a couple of photos and I'm going to send them to Layla sometime. Because it's memories, and if it's to someone that wasn't there, then it's like they get a glimpse into the happiness. They get to share a little bit of that emotion. And so yeah, brilliant thing, just taking pictures, sharing those moments with other people, having those memories. It's a brilliant thing. I like photos. And so yeah, if you enjoy one of my games, then I'd love to see a photo. Just to having someone tell you is the most wonderful feeling in the world. And then I share a little bit of that happiness. And I get a little bit of pride. And that's why I make games. Okay. So yes, if anyone has anything to ask about, then feel free. Otherwise, I'm just going to play some music for 10 minutes. And that's the end of the show, I guess. But I'm going to take this 10 minutes just to be away from the Kickstarter and to relax. I guess I might pop this down. There we go. that works. It's been a nice way to start the day. So thank you for being here with me. And yeah, I guess at this point I'm going to wrap up. So to wrap up, I'm very happy about how my Kickstarter is doing. And the second game I'm excited to make and give it to test. Maybe I'll test it on Sunday. That feels achievable. And to test the cooperative mode in person tonight. That's what I'm up to. Then Dutch Yoda and Timmy popped in. It was lovely to see them, and then I played music for 10 minutes. If you want to check me out, then of course, stuffbybez.com, stuffbybez.bigcartel.com, twitter.com/stuffbybez, instagram.com/stuffbybez, twitch.tv/stuffbybez, youtube.com/stuffbybez, and also have a Discord at stuffbybez.com/discord. I want to say thank you, everyone. I want to say, yep. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for, to the people who are watching this, Yoda, Timmy, anyone else who's there. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been part of my Kickstarter, everyone who sent me lovely messages, anyone who's helping me, Christina, Rob, who's going to print the things, Jason, who's helped me at UK Games Expo very much. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been supportive and validating of me, all the people who've backed the Kickstarter, shared it. I'm repeating myself now, but just thank you, everyone, for being part of my life. And so, yeah. If you want to check out my future streams, then go here. I don't have proper descriptions on them yet, but I'm streaming every day at 10 a.m. And that brings me to the end of the show. And for now, I'm just going to say bye-bye, bye-bye. This is the goodbye song. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye. This is the end of the show. And bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is the goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, bye. Bye, bye, everyone. Bye, bye.